Every night at 9 p.m., the front door would click. Just once, a slow, familiar sound. From his room, Sami would hear it and think, "Dad's home." He never went out to greet him. There was always something more interesting on his screen, some game or video calling for his attention. The click was just a background noise, a constant rhythm in the soundtrack of his life. He took it for granted. It would always be there. Until one night, it wasn't. 9 p.m. came and went. Silence. Sami glanced at the clock on his phone. 9:10, still nothing. Maybe traffic was bad. 9:30, the house felt unnervingly quiet. He turned up the volume on his headphones, trying to ignore the growing unease. At 9:47 p.m., the landline rang, a jarring sound in the stillness. His mother answered. He heard a sharp intake of breath, then a sound he'd never heard before, shattered sob. Accident, highway, too fast. The words echoed down the hall, each one a hammer blow. That night, the door stayed locked. The click never came. Days turned into a blur of faces and quiet murmurs. The house filled with relatives, their hushed condolences a heavy blanket over everything. Then, just as quickly, it emptied again, leaving behind a silence that was louder than any crowd. Sami found himself standing by the front door, his father's keys heavy in his hand. They felt the same, looked the same. He slid the familiar key into the lock. He tried to turn it, just like he'd seen his father do 1,000 times, but his hand shook uncontrollably. The key wouldn't budge, not because the lock was broken or jammed, it was something else. It was because the man who gave that simple sound its meaning, its warmth, its life, was gone. The lock was just metal now. The key was just an object. Now, every evening, as the clock nears 9, Sami finds himself looking at the door. He waits, he listens, he strains to hear a sound that will never return. He's learned the hardest lesson of all. Some doors don't just close when people leave. They stay locked inside us, a permanent reminder of the moments we thought we had forever, and the clicks we can never get back. Thank you for listening.